everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day here. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart. We've actually been making some nice moves here in Bitcoin. Actually got a nice little win today. A little 10%er, right? Nothing big. It was like a short right around 93,100. We closed in a beautiful profit. Again, a lot of the members took it. But again, if you guys want access to my trades, the link is in the description. But let's take a look at what Bitcoin's doing. Now we're getting this larger connector, right? And the only reason is I'm mapping out bearish stuff here still is because we have very ugly lows. The lows here on Bitcoin are disgusting, right? We have bullish divergence, and that's not the way you want to end wave twos, right? If we're mapping out very bullish, 1 2 and the low is in, then you need to have good lows. But again, we never know. So as for now, we're still charting more upside in this rally. It could have ended here, but I think we still have a good shot of getting higher. So what I'm looking at right now is some sort of pullback back to like 89,000, right? Again, it doesn't have to do that, but I think these highs would hold, right, at 89, and then we get some sort of tremendous rally, like back up to like 100,000. We see a rally back up to these levels, and from there, it's like it's anybody's guess at that point when this is gonna end, because it could do some crazy stuff. It could get really crazy. It could get out of hand, right? Because the markets would do something very similar. I think the markets are in for some sort of the Qs we've been charting very nicely. I think the stocks are in a peculiar situation. I think it could pull back tomorrow, maybe like a violent pullback to send Bitcoin lower, but it's buyable because it's going to be some sort of A, B, C higher, right? And we'll get a larger B, right? And maybe even reset the X. We'll have to see, but that would set us up for another short area up here. So we'll see how the market wants to play this out. For now, this is how I have it, right? And it's actually a little bit higher. There you go, right at 494. So depending on where this ends, or sorry, where this resolves, like if it's going to take out the highs, if it's just going to start to break down, we don't know. Depending on what it does, this can change, right? And maybe Bitcoin doesn't continue to go up, and maybe it just collapses from here. But I'm not really betting on that right now. I think the more bullish case would be better, and this can happen like in a few days. So I still see more upside in Bitcoin. I think the Trump coin had like a huge pump. I'll just take a look at that real quick. Where is it? It had some sort of crazy pump up, and I'm just putting random lines here, like some sort of trend line. But regardless, it's I feel like this thing is going back down. I don't have much faith in it, and I think I'm going to close my position at a loss on the Trump coin. But yeah, Bitcoin maybe pull back tomorrow, and it's a dip buy, and then you would get another fifth wave, right, to kind of finish it up, because right now we only have 3 waves up. If we are unable to get a fifth wave, then we have finished the wave 3, and the C and the Y and the B will be in. And you'll know it if you start to break below 89. I feel like if you get below 89, you go to 86, 85, yeah, the party's probably over. The stock market is probably gapping down or doing some sort of massive sell-off, and you're hitting stock market breakers again. And maybe it's like the tariff thing isn't working out, or I don't know. It could be anything, right? So it could be any catalyst to do it. We don't really care about the news event, but we really care about the price and what the charts are going to do. So again, I still see the more probable scenario as more upside, but for now, let's just be conservative. And yeah, we'll look for a dip buy if it pulls back. Again, I'm not trying to buy here and hope for a tiny little 4, which it can do, right? It could be already in, and you're gonna surge tomorrow straight up. So we don't know. Taking a look at market cipher. Weekly is bullish, the 4-day, the 3-day, the 2-day, and the daily is bullish. And I know everything is bullish here, and it goes against my count that I have, which could mean like maybe something is, you know, completely changed, and it's much more bullish than we think it is, and it's just going straight up from here, right? Maybe it's gonna do this, and it's like this whole cycle is a one. You know, you're shorting, and you're buying the lows here for the grand super cycle, you know, blow off top, and the Bitcoin's going to, like, you know, 200k, 300k, something like that. So we'll see. And the 4 hour on the market cipher still looks bullish, but again, you can get pullbacks in these bullish you know, markets, and they are dip buys because you still got lots of green money flow. So 30-minute, you know, it's reduced green money flow. It's getting these tight little momentum waves, which means like maybe it is trying to shoot up. 15-minute, I think it's in the red, but it's cutting back into the green already. So again, it's being bought up. Lots of buyers stepping in here, but again, not at the levels I like. And then wave edge. Take a look at wave edge, the weekly. So we're inserting some weekly order block here. The 4-day, the 3-day, the 2-day. Okay, the 3-day has a red cross. All right, that's interesting. And the daily has nothing. The 12-hour has nothing. I think it's only like the 8 and the 7-hour who has some selling and a red cross. But again, that can disappear. It hasn't confirmed yet. The 4-hour got some selling here. Again, look at that. What is it? We got an order block down here at 89,900, 90,000, right? This could be the area where we start to find support if it does pull back. 1 hour time frame, right? Just consolidating at the highs, not doing much. And it's kind of just forming some sort of triangle. So we're going to get some sort of move soon. And the 5-minute, I mean, there's no real point giving you like super small data points here on the smaller time frames, because we're trying to look for some swings here. So yeah, it's like this is not the area to look for longs. This is the area to take profit on some longs if you're still holding some longs, and to look for some possible short opportunities. I'm not shorting right here just yet. If it comes out here and swings at the highs, it could be some sort of ABC flat for a 4, right? So it could do something like this and fake everyone out and come back down, right? So that you got to be aware of that. And the 5th wave, right? It could also be a shallow 4 and a 5th. So it could also be a disaster, you know, waiting to happen. But we'll see. Let's see what happens tomorrow. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I don't want to make big, you know, grandiose predictions like a lot of people like to do. Just try to stay on the conservative side. The dollar is trying to bottom out too, guys. Just know that, right? The dollar surging, you know, could be a problem for Bitcoin, 100%. It could be a problem for gold too. And gold is getting a nice little pop tonight, up 2%. I have gold going lower at the moment. So this B could be in, and now you're getting another big leg down. And if that's the case, then oof, I don't know. That doesn't sound too good for gold. It comes down to 3,200. Right? Yeah. So I don't like that setup. And this target can move for gold if that moves. But yeah, as far as Bitcoin goes, it's bullish right now. Just be aware we have a bearish case, but I'm not opposed to the bullish case, right? So I just want confirmation that the bulls are taking over control, right? Because we have a very clean breakout, and everyone's looking at it, and no one's looking at the bearish case. We always like to be a little bit contrarian, right? Not perma bear, right? But we are still in this downtrend, or actually we're still like in this range, but we're attempting to break out of the downtrend, which we did. We got a clear break here. Now we just need to confirm it, right? A little bit of a back test maybe, and then we go up and go. If it doesn't hold and the markets capitulate, then you know what? I don't know if Bitcoin's going to hold. It's held up very well, right? It's held up actually tremendously throughout all this capitulation. Bitcoin was just, you know, trading in this range at 77 to 80. And people are I don't like arrogant people who say the lows are in all the time, and then they make new lows, and then they just have nothing to say. Like if you're making grandiose predictions, like you obviously don't really know. Like you don't know more than I know, than anybody other knows, anyone else knows. The bottom is in. Okay, now this makes a new low. Okay, now the bottom is in again, and then the bottom is in. Like just trade, post your trades. Don't say those things. Right? You just look like an idiot, right? I'm not calling the bottom in here, and I'm not calling the top in here. I'm just giving my levels. I don't really care where the bottom or top is. Okay, that's it. All right, have a good night.